Hello farmers, and welcome back to Riverview for the last time, at least for me anyways. Just standing out here in the cow field because, well, it's really about the cows at this point. Hopefully we can get a full cow pen by the time we finish up here. We are just over 1,000 cows, like 1,020. Hoping to get up to our 1,200 or 1,198, whatever this cow pen holds. Somewhere in that vicinity, but we got some work to do today. Hello Jim, Jay, Miles, John, Shane, welcome one and all. Hope you guys had a nice weekend and you're having a good start to your week as well. But yeah, the cows, the moo cows. Like I said, I think we got like 1,020 and the cow pen holds 1,198 or something like that. We should see some stats pop up here any second. There we go. We got 1,012 out of 1,198. I have moved on to the month of July, and I've also already taken the liberty to, like I said I would, come over here. I've already cut the bigger grass field and gotten the 500,000 plus liters of grass off here. I'm not going to bother fertilizing our grass fields because, yeah, this is it. I'm not going to be cutting the grass again, so I'm not going to waste time doing things that I'm not going to be here for. So it's all about the harvesting today. We got a lot of fields to harvest. I think 7 fields. Might be more than that. I'm just going to say 7 to begin with. We got 1 field to harvest in July, and that is a canola field. And really what I wanted to get to is... Actually, let me just turn on these here. Make sure they're emptying into the BGA, which doesn't really matter too much. I mean, you got almost 1.4 mil in the bank account, but we'll get that stuff going. But what I need is the Krone Big M, and we're going to start off by cutting the second largest grass field, and then we'll move on to harvesting canola, and then do the third grass field, and then skip on pretty much to the month of October, along with feeding the cows, of course. Hello Clemenza, how are you doing on this wonderful Monday? I say wonderful because at least where I am, the weather outside is gorgeous. I was just outside for like the last half hour, sitting on my deck, just listening to nature do its thing. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. As I wait for the Big M to unfold and lower. All right. Let's get to farming. Yeah, so I don't know what to really expect today other than, like I said, do the things that we're going to do, which is harvesting. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm even going to be in the mood for selling stuff too much. Just because, like I've been saying for the past few streams, we're not taking anything with us other than Sam, our trusty little yellow lab that runs around the farm. Sam is the only thing coming with us. We're not taking any money, no equipment, none of that kind of stuff. And yeah, some of you may start to ask, where am I going from here? Have not got a clue. I did not get a chance over the weekend to do pretty much any research on maps or anything like that, so I have no idea. I got kind of a rough idea of what I want to do on the next map, but I don't have a map really picked out yet. I got a couple of maps I have looked at, and I got an idea of a few things I want to do, but other than that, your guess is as good as mine right now. Sunny and 64 tomorrow, chance of severe weather. Clemenza, I think you live up roughly where I do, right? The northeast of the U.S., I think, or if I'm mistaken, but it's also 64 degrees here in sunny. I don't know what the weather's like for tomorrow. I just know it's going to be up near 80, which is going to feel like I'm sitting on the surface of the sun because I haven't seen 80-degree weather since like last, maybe October at best. I mean, it's going to be nice. Right now, though, it's 67 degrees in Riverview. And we're cutting up grass. Hello, Sirwell. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. Got a chance of tornadoes where you are, Jay? You must live in Tornado Alley. Is there a setup with mowers and a pickup wagon for tractors? That would really cut down into your mowing. Well, I mean, Omatana's TARDIS forge wagon is probably a forge wagon you might want to go for. As for mowers for a tractor, you know, there are some on the Mod Hub that are a little bit bigger. Ooh, eggs. I kind of forgot to take care of eggs when I moved to the next morning, didn't I? Well, I'll go take care of that. Could sell the eggs when we get to October, just to get rid of all these pallets. But Jim, if you play on PC, another good setup or mod you might want to use if you haven't used it already and know about it is the mod Follow Me, and that will help out cutting. Taking care of your grass. You can have one tractor cutting grass. You can have a tractor behind that one picking up the grass. Shut that door. Alright, chicken eggs taken care of. My weekend wasn't too bad, although the weather where I was over the weekend was kind of wet. It rained basically all weekend, so I did a few recordings yesterday, along with a few other things, but weekends are always good. So yeah, definitely got to keep cutting well, this will be the last time I do cut the grass fields here on Riverview, but we definitely need it because I got to feed the cows at least until October. And the cows were getting kind of low on the silage. But as I said, I got the bigger grass field cut in between streams, so I already got 500,000 liters of grass fermenting into silage. And of course, by the time I get done with this field and the other field, yeah, we'll be somewhere around 900,000 liters of grass fermenting. So the cows should be good for the rest of the stream today. That should put a dent in the in the country's egg shortage. One would think. You enjoyed the Supermarket Sim episode? Well, if you're saying it's hilarious, probably the only thing that was very funny about it was fighting with my restockers, trying to put the right stuff on the right shelf. I thought I could be quicker than them, but they were pretty quick restocking the shelves when I was trying to rearrange things. $70 degrees over where you are, John. It'll be warm rest of the week. I'm thinking this warm weather that I'm getting may finally push the trees to start getting some foliage on them. Maybe the buds will start coming out and the leaves will pop out. Got a few trees out there that are showing some signs of life. But I think after a nice sunny 70-degree day today and tomorrow up near 80, I think the leaves are going to start sprouting out a little bit. Got some wildlife on my grass field here. Stop eating the cow's grass. Get out of here. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Welcome. I was just saying I don't really have a clue what the next map is going to be. I have no idea. I didn't get a chance to really look at it over the weekend. I may got a couple maps in mind, but I gotta figure out exactly what I want to do. Look at the maps, and nothing's really jumping out at me as of yet. Trees got a lot of leaves where you're at. I'm still waiting for my apple trees to blossom a little bit, but that'll probably be maybe by the end of the week. So yeah, nothing but harvesting for us today. And again, really we're just here at this point just to see if we can get a full cow barn. I don't even remember how many cows we started off with. Was it 10 and 10? And I may have bought some. I know when I bought the land up there in that cow barn. Oh, the cow barn that's there, that was the beef cattle barn. And we transported over the cows, or I may have just sold the ones that were in the other cow barn up there and then just bought them back. But either way, we're up over 1,000 cows, and hopefully we can get up to 1,200 by the end of today, which I think we will be able to, but time will tell. All right, let's get this up to our farm silo, start making some more silage. Yeah, we'll get this grass field done. We'll go down, harvest the canola, and then we'll do the last grass field. Oh yeah, and by the way, I did release an episode of SnowRunner this morning, so if that's your kind of thing, you can check that out after the stream if you like. Hello, Panther Killer. Welcome. In some ways, it does feel like I just got to Riverview, but at the same time, I forgot how many hours I got on here, like 120 hours on this map. Every time I come in here with this big Prone M and this forage wagon, I got to get it somewhat just right in order to make this corner. And half the time I just end up doing it completely wrong. Alright, let's finish up this second grass field. Alma, Missouri. Yeah, a few people have asked about Alma, Missouri. I'm not too sure about that. Been a while since I looked. I'll have to look at it again and see if it's something I want to get into. On Farming a Supermarket Sim, I keep forgetting to tell you that you don't have to throw the crates. You can put them down. You can press X. Alright, did not... No, that's a good little tip to know. And the back of my Farming a Supermarket Sim series is getting very hectic out in the back of the store with the farming and the restockers and all that. Alright, Clemenza, thanks for dropping on in. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. So that's why the one thing about Alma, I think that's what I'm not looking for, bigger fields. Fields of this size, I think, are about right for what I want to do. I'm not looking for very huge fields. For instance, like on fresh stocks, where we came from to here, I mostly try to keep to smaller fields. And we ended up getting the biggest field because that was what some people wanted. And it took me like an hour and a half to harvest the big field with 2 combines. And most of the time people want to see, they don't want to see the same job for too long. So again, not going to bother fertilizing these grass fields because I'm not going to be cutting them again. Although they will be ready in October, and I will be going to the month of October. But October is our last month here. And I think I might be leasing a combine. We'll have one combine harvesting the soybeans, another combine doing the sunflowers. I mean, on Alma, I guess what I could do if, I gotta look at the map again, because it's been a while. I could just buy a bigger field and divide the field up to smaller sections of fields. Alright, this grass field is just about done. I think my cows got enough feed, so I don't have to feed them right away. I don't think they're that low. Chickens, I should not have to feed the chickens again. And the cows are down to 187,000 liters. So, yeah, I got time. Alright, let's get the mower up at least to the other field. Let's see, 150. And that holds 100. I was trying to see if I could cut the next grass field and not fill up the forage wagon, but I think I'm going to, so might as well go dump this off. But I need the Fendt 1050 anyways. I gotta grab... Oh, I need that trailer. And I think there's manure in that trailer. Hello, Ronnie. Westbridge Hills. That was the first map I played on in FS13. FS13, Westbridge Hills. And hooray, I got the forage wet. No, I didn't want to unhitch it. No. No, stop unhitching it. Wrong buttons. There we go. Ronnie, thank you for becoming an unsalted member to the channel. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you. Alright, still got manure. How much manure did I got in here? Quite a bit. I could fast forward time. Try to get rid of this manure. Why won't my time scale work? Oh, because I was inside the tractor? Can't do that inside the tractor, I guess. There we go. Now all the manure is gone. Alright, now the trailer is mine. Let's go harvest some canola. Combine is already down at the field, which is very convenient. Although the tricky part of bringing the combine down was getting to the canola field, and you'll see it when I get down there. Usually I have the sugar beet field in the field next to the canola field, and root crop, you cannot do crop destruction. Well, trying to get to the canola field down there without driving through the field next to it, I did a little crop destruction, but very, very little. Such rough roads here in Riverview. Seems like every map I go to, I got rough roads. Well, in Penye, the roads there are soft. But I'm converting everything over to dirt and gravel, or gravel dirt. Yeah, little crop destruction there. You can see where the combine went over some of my soybeans there. And yeah, let's go ahead and just put the, well, I'll drive down to the combine. Hello, Denard, welcome. Yeah, root crop harvester, that's not going to be used at all this season. Yeah, so how are you going to get that header on without destroying crop? I don't think that's going to be a possibility. You're going to have to destroy some of our canola. See what I can do here, though. Am I going to get lucky? Don't think I'm going to get that lucky. That's all I destroyed was that little section there. I can deal with that. So the canola is going to be just sold straight up. As are all the crops we're harvesting. Just going to sell them straight up. No production buildings because, yeah, we're not going to see any benefits from them at all. Hello, farmer. Welcome. Do we get to see the grain in the combine today? We do. At least right now it's working. X9 is not made for the 61-foot header. Works fine in Farm Sim. Last day on this map? Yep, our last stream on Riverview. Yeah, if you ever see me on a map and I have over $1 million on it, that's telling you right there that I'm not too far from leaving the map. So I have nothing. I mean, Ooh, wait. Ooh, the header's going to ruin my soybean. All right, that canola is really not worth it. Let's not destroy our crop on the other field just to get another 50 liters of canola. Yeah, if I ever got over $1 million in the bank account, it's either because I'm on a big map and I'm saving up to buy a big piece of property, or I'm at the end of a series just because I don't have anything else to buy. It's just a matter of, I mean, I know some people said, oh, why don't you just keep buying more land and farm some more. More land I buy, the more money we just get. And with the more land I get, then I'm kind of stuck in the same cycle for a while. Meaning like harvesting season would be a lot of streams in a row. Just of harvesting. Which is still fine in itself. You can, buy more combines, get more work done. But then it comes to the point of, if I got 2 harvesters going at once, and worst case scenario, I get 3 harvesters going at once, I'm basically just teleporting from one tractor to another, just trying to empty out the combines and move grain around. I'm not really harvesting myself. Nope, have no idea on what's happening next. I got ideas, but there's nothing. I have 0% knowledge of, I can't say this is the next map and this is what we're doing. Yeah, $55 million on Westbridge Hills. In some ways I can't do that. My mind and game setup is, my gameplay is not set up for having money sitting in the bank account. I think I'm the opposite of most. If I'm going to do anything where I'm going to be on a map for a long time and try to earn a lot of money, I want to try to put myself in a lot of debt first, so it gives me something to shoot for and aim for. Almost got ourselves a full grain tank. Now we've been bringing the canola to the oil mill, but like I said, not going to be here long enough and not really caring too much about money and all that kind of stuff, so can't get to there from here, so I have to drive all the way around. You like surprises? Well, right now I'd be just surprised as you are, because like I said, I don't have anything set to do. Like I said, I just got ideas and that's it. But nothing's set in stone. Hello, Liz. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. Let's see. Where is the canola going to be going today? Canola. A lot of places take canola. 519. 520, 524 at the, well, I can't bring it to the grain mill. Canola, grain, is that the grain mill? I didn't know the grain mill took canola. I didn't know we could do canola flour on this map. Not that it mattered. I'd rather make oil with it. Probably just bring it down to the harbor. And which one is the harbor? I know the harbor's down here. Is it just... That's the harbor. Yep. Once we get done harvesting this field, we'll leave the combine here, because the soybean field right across the way will be ready. Like I said, I'll probably lease a second combine in October. One for that'll do the sunflowers. And I might lease just another X9 John Deere harvester. Hello, ice cream truck. Also, by the way, you should check on your mods on the mod hub, because the past, well, over the weekend and also today, a lot of mods had updates. Now, just be careful when updating your mods. Read what the update of the mod is for, and if it requires, like on a map, if it requires a new save or not. Not sure why there was an abundance of updated mods over the weekend and today. Might have something to do with patch 1.7, possibly. You don't do productions because it's not part of real farming. We farmed for 20 years. Well, some farmers do some sort of productions. I know there are some farms up here. One of the big ones, they have like 4,000 to 5,000 head of cattle. And of course, they do dairy, and they do all the chocolate. Well, they do like chocolate milk, cheese, butter. They do it all themselves. So they do the production side of things. But yeah, I would say most farmers don't get into the production side of things because you already got your hands full of trying to maintain your farming equipment in the fields. So even a field like this size, which is not, I mean, it's a big field. And I got the 19.2 meter, I think it's 19.2 meter header on this combine. It's going to take me a good 15 minutes to harvest this field. So getting on the big maps and just doing long time harvesting. This doesn't make good for streaming. I could do maybe after whenever I leave Penye, I could do another bigger map where I could do time lapses and jump cuts. Can't really do that on a, on a live stream. All right, more canola. I think I'm going to get more than a trailer's worth. Try not to drive in my crop. The ice cream truck has a loudspeaker on it. Your grandfather started farming in 45 after he got out of World War II. I think a lot of people got into farming after World War II. Alright, back to it. I think I can fit one more combine load into the trailer, and we'll have to go sell it. And again, I don't plan on going to all of our production buildings and selling a lot. If anything, the most I would do is take this stuff from our dairy in October, because October is the best month for dairy, and we may try, we'll see how we sit money-wise, we may try to reach 2 mil in the bank account. See how we go when we get to October, which is going to be pretty quick, because I'm not going to do much of anything in August and September. We're not prepping fields for another planting, we're just harvesting. That's pretty much it. And feeding the cattle. I'm not going to be really too concerned about getting the manure and slurry up to the BGA either. Hello, RC Mark. Welcome. Hope you had a nice weekend. He lived on a farm in Kansas in the 20s and 30s. And he still went into farming after World War II, huh? Farming 100 years ago compared to today, things have changed a lot. Well, a lot of things have changed, but just imagine a farmer from 1920 being able to see how farming is done nowadays. Let's see. To get out of here, I'm going to have to drive all the way around the soybean field to get down to the harbor. Or I can take my chainsaw and cut a hole in the hedge, which I'll probably do that. I think I did pretty good on this map, not cutting down the hedges too much, just making openings a little bit bigger to get our big header and equipment through and make it easier. But I didn't go around cutting all the hedges. Swear that header sticks out a little bit further than you think it does. While that's unloading, let me grab my chainsaw and we'll come down here and cut an opening. I think I see a stump right here. And we'll do one more. That makes life a little bit easier. Also seems to work out well for our fields because I think most of our fields are going to require lime if I were to be here another season. How many ice cream trucks are on this map, man? Alright, to the harbor. I think the harbor is where I was selling the wood products in the early days here on Riverview when I was getting rid of some trees that we cut down. So yeah, probably not the best price for canola or anything, but like I said, I gotta bring the canola somewhere, so we'll just sell it. Alright, let's get back to finish up this canola field, and I gotta get up and get the other grass field done. No, I don't think I'll be starting the new series tomorrow when I don't have a clue of anything about the next series yet. Alright, let's wrap up this canola field here. I think this will all fit into the combine, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not harvesting that well. Because if the field needs lime, then the yield on this field this year probably is like 87%. There is rain in the forecast, so hopefully... Well, if it does start raining at the top of the hour, that means I got about 8 minutes to finish up this field before the rain gets here. Looks like I had some decent amount of hail damage in this field this year. Yeah, I know I said I was going to rent another combine, but with the money I got, we'll probably just end up buying it outright. Because why not? Just a little over half full, so yeah, should fit the rest of this into the combine. And then one more trip down to the harbor with the canola. Guess I'll leave the Fendt down here with a trailer as well for the soybeans. Having a hard time judging where the header is. I keep hitting the trailer with it. All right, ice cream trucks. I had enough of the ice cream trucks right now. All right, leave the combine right there. And let's go sell this canola. That car came out of nowhere. Oh, that's right. I think I need to sell... I think I got some milk I need to sell. I think the cow barn might be getting kind of full of the moo milk. It might be getting kind of up there. Hopefully our tanker is empty of slurry at this point. Going a little faster on that corner, were you? Yeah, probably too fast. So another $5,670 into the bank account. We'll park this, like I said, over by the combine. Just leave it there for when it's time to harvest the soybeans in a couple months, which is not going to be too far from now. Now we just got to go up and cut the last grass field. And then we'll take care of the cows and everything to do with them. That's the wrong button. There we go. And this field for the last time. So, but yeah, we should have 3 soybean fields and 3 sunflower fields to harvest. Like I said, I think I'll just wait, no more. Are they producing eggs faster than they used to, or what? Almost feel like saying the heck with the eggs and just just leave them there. But if I just leave them there for every 15 minutes or whatever it is, I'll get a notification that there's no more room for eggs. Yeah, but the only thing I can say about the next Let's Play or streaming series, it's going to be just like almost every other series as to... I mean, technically, we will have $0, so any money that I borrow or start with, got to pay it all back. I mean, I'm trying to think. It's got to be Goldcrest Valley in 22 was the last time where I started with anything. And that's because I brought money over from Solyndra. So yep, should get 150,000 liters of grass off this field. Got to definitely feed the cows here before we just zip on through the night. Kind of weird looking at this field. When I made it into a grass field when we bought this, sold a cow barn that was here, this grass field looked like it was pretty darn huge, and it kept up with the cows for quite a long time. But within the last year or two in game, we bought in 2 new grass fields to keep up with what the cows are doing. I'm loving this big crone M, the working with a 13 and a half meters. There's one similar like this on the Giants mod hub now, but I think that's the base game big crone M with a working width of 10. So the rain didn't start at 6 in the evening, which is where we're at. Who knows, it may not start raining until like 11 o'clock at night or something. Been waiting to catch on of those on the used market. Hasn't happened yet. I mean, buying from the used market? Buying from the used market only? I'm actually using more sheds up here than I thought I would when I first bought the property, so I'm glad I just decided to start selling every shed that was here. And one thing you can say about Farm Sim, it's very consistent with the base game. I get this pretty much the same harvest every time I cut this grass field. And that is it for grass cutting. Wait for this thing to fold up. Wiggle our way in here. And we'll get to start filling up with some silage. We'll bring the big M back down to its parking space. They'll take a moment to fill up. All right. Yes, the McCormick is what I wanted. Alright, so let me go ahead and put this slurry in here. And then again, I think, like I said, I got tons of milk. 250,000 liters of milk. And they are down to 80,000 liters of silage. And I do believe all my dairies are well enough off where I don't need to give them any more milk. That's got 43,000, 56, 30,000. Yeah, these dairy productions are still chugging along through the milk I gave them. No rules to buy from the used market, only just like buying from it. So I mean, do you, after you do buy from the used, I assume you like at least repair it. But some people says it's not worth doing it that way. I never looked at it that way, but again, it all comes down to play the game as you see fit and have fun playing it. That's all that matters. I can't help sometimes look at the financial side of things until I get on my Let's Play where, like here, where I'm just making so much money, it doesn't really matter if I'm trying to, you know, nickel and dime everything. So the only place I can sell milk on this map is at the little market, so I'm not even going to bother checking what the price is or anything. Just bring it there, because all my dairy productions have enough milk in it already, as we saw. And if I don't sell this milk, well, it's just going to stop production of the cows producing more milk. And as I said, we can kind of see if I can get up to $2 million. I mean, if I really wanted to, we could. But as I said, it doesn't really matter because I'm not taking any money with us to the next series. Oh, I wonder if the grass production may have stopped because it might be full of methane, and it is. Yeah, you don't pay enough attention to see if you're saving money or not in the used market. The only thing that bothered me with buying from the used market, if you're doing the base game, I don't know if they changed it at all. By the way, we got $156,000 for selling that milk. Is the wear and tear on the equipment, like we said on Riverbend. Once the tractor gets 40 hours on it, it breaks down so fast, you're just constantly repairing it. So if I didn't have the mod where I can adjust how fast something breaks down, like this tractor has 51 hours on it. I would not have this tractor anymore because it would just break down too fast. And I'd be constantly repairing it, which I don't want to be doing. So I'm going to fast forward time a little bit so I can make some more silage. I know it's dark, but I was kind of concerned that... Ooh, I may have fast forwarded too much where the cows ran out of food. Yep, they ran out of silage. No, they still got some silage. They got 19,000 liters of silage, but they still got meadow grass. I was just trying to get some more silage made for them for overnight. Let's turn some lights on the tractor. Yeah, I think $2 million we could easily reach if I sold the dairy products in October. I mean, now I'm almost up. I mean, we're at 1,668,000. And this is just from basically methane and milk right now. So I should now get ourselves a full forage wagon. And the cows should be all set to morning, I would think. Trying to use the Nexax pack. Trying to use the seed tank with seeder and cultivator. I was trying to put a weeder. That's a lot of words. Basically what I got out of that is you're trying out the Nexax pack, basically, is what I got out of it. Which is very expensive to get into the Nexax pack. And even though it looks interesting and all that, it's not like the harvester and all that is the largest working with that you can get. I have heard that the Nexax is kind of takes a moment to get used to driving around, I guess. Alright, let's go start filling this back up again. Take care of the eggs. We'll get to August. Take care of the cows and chickens. If I don't have anything planned for August or September. Alright, we'll let that fill up. Yep, then just turn around, take care of the eggs. Yeah, 2 million should be a cakewalk for us at this point. I'm not good at gauging how much money I'm going to earn. I think I did that in Riverbend where I said, let's try to get to like 1 million. I think we ended up with over 2 million at the end of that series. Alright, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll feed Sam. Which I'm not sure where Sam actually is. Okay, so while it's filling up, methane, get that out of there. That's the one thing I should have asked Cavalier Roy when he's been here is, with this production, I think I still got it turned on, because I make so much silage, I just get way so much methane, and yeah, it doesn't really go through that much methane over to electric, so I got to sell it. But yet there was no sell point for methane on the map. I had to put one down to sell it. So it seems like you get bottlenecked if you're trying to make silage out of grass, because you're going to get a lot of methane, but the methane fills up so quickly in there if you go through a lot of grass. So how much milk did we get overnight from the moo cows? Oh, I think there was some left in there. I didn't take it all. I think there was 50,000 liters left. So they made about 50,000 liters since we last been up here. And while we're here and filling up with milk, let's see. So we were at... Oh, are we 1 cow short? We're 1 cow short. We got 1,197 cattle on 1,198. So, I mean, we're full. But we'll see if we get one more in the next couple of months, which I'm sure we will. Let's see here. Do we got any cows? Reproduction 70%, 0%, 40, 0, 70, 0, 70, 30, 0, 70. Any of them ready to reproduce? Oh, 4 months old. They're not old enough. Yeah, I think the ones at 70%, they may get us that one last cow. If not, I'll have to buy one more cow, just so we have a full pen when we leave here. But we're one shy. With the amount of milk the cows are making, who needs a dairy production? Just sell the milk and I could make a fortune. Although I wouldn't want the 2 original cow barns that were up here, because that would be 2,200 cattle to take care of. Oh, sorry, 24. And I don't think I'd want to take care of that many cows. That's a lot of grass cutting. Again, I'm not going to be too worried about bringing slurry and manure up here to be processed. Now, the only thing it may do is it may bottleneck the production of milk if the slurry gets too full. And I think it did that to me on Riverbend. So, how much slurry do I have up here? I can probably just sell the slurry straight up as well. Yeah, I'll probably have to sell the slurry just to be sure. I wonder if I can sell the slurry at the farmer's market, the little farmer kiosk, or the little market. I haven't sold slurry in ages. So I'm just going to fast forward time here quite a bit. Oh, wait, did I not take care of the eggs this morning? Thought I did. That's why I gotta take care of the eggs. That notification will just keep popping up if I don't. And again, I may not have to sell any dairy other than the milk. I think we'll get to 2 million. It's the only problem with processing 900,000 liters of grass. Just methane, silage, methane, silage. Didn't want to get too dark, but I wasn't fast enough on the button. Yeah, slurry. Let me see if I can sell slurry at either one of those buildings here. The little market will take it. That's good enough for me. I'm just trying to get rid of it. I think it was at 1.4 million at the beginning of the stream. 1.4 or something. I was not expecting me bringing this much money in, unless I was going to be selling dairy production stuff, but Alright, slurry isn't worth a whole lot. But again, we're just doing this to help get rid of it. If the barn gets full, it'll stop production. Probably can't really tell we got 1,200 cattle here. Oh, there goes the lights. I like how in Farming Simulator, when it gets dark, it's almost like the sun's up and then it's like a light switch happens and it's like, nope, nighttime. And yes, I did put that pond in myself. Saw a comment a couple days ago on an older stream like, my farm doesn't have a pond up there. Nope. We built that. So how the cow's doing on feed here? I mean, it's 250,000 liters of silage in there, but it looks like it's hardly anything. I hear you. Don't expect big numbers for 200,000 liters of slurry. But at this point, just trying to get rid of it. Not sure what the little market's going to do with 200,000 liters of slurry, but that's their problem now. I guess while it's unloading, I'll just make a quick trip over here for the eggs. So 7,346. And I do believe I'm actually making some bonus money on that because it's a little market. I'm not sure if it has the same bonus as the small farmers kiosk gives us. But I do believe I get a little bit of a bonus selling there. We're not through all the grass, are we? Farm production. That's outgoing product. Grass. We still got another 270,000 liters of silage to be made. But with this, the cows can get to the next day. Alright, get this back on top of the hill. And we'll move on to September. Kind of do a little bit of repeat of what I just did for August. But I will go down by the chickens when I fast forward to the night. No sense of sleeping when I can fast forward this quickly. Alright, let's get to the morning hours now. And it's almost noon. But everyone should be fine. Although I probably got a full thing of methane up there, so that probably stopped production. See if I got 49,000 liters in here. Nope, not quite 49,000 liters, so it didn't stop production overnight. And another 100,000 liters to be fermented. Little Farmers Market gives 20%, so it's the same as the Small Farmers Kiosk then. For some reason I thought it was 10%. I'm going to go over and grab the slurry. Even though I just sold 200,000 liters, I have probably over maybe 300,000 liters in here still. After going through the night. Oh wow, 361. Where's my JCB? Let's actually get that on the hill. Hello, Terry. Welcome. So, looking at the current situation, if I were to be here longer, definitely would need another grass field. So how are we doing on the food side of things for the cows here? I mean, it looks good. But they are going through the food really, really quick. And if I were to need to get through this upcoming winter, yeah, I would need to buy another grass field. Probably the same size as we bought last time, that size, just to be sure. And I would probably do what I thought I was going to do last time looking at grass fields, which was buy the ones across from the store. No, I want the McCormick. There we go. And merge all those grass fields together. Milk. You guys got 88,000 liters of milk. Yeah, I'm not going to bring it to any production buildings. They're still going through everything that they have. Now, fingers crossed when I wake up in October that it's not going to rain or anything all day long. It's okay if it's raining first thing in the morning. Not that big of a deal. Just fast forward till it stops raining. But we don't need a day to where it's going to rain all day until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because I don't want to be harvesting in the dark. Let's see here. How we doing on the hill? Because I just fast forward time again. So I got 113,000 liters of silage, some methane, grass. We are all the way through it. What is the forecast? Do I dare look? October. Well, it shows rain. And we look at the forecast for the next 24 hours. It's going to rain until mid-morning. Well, early morning. 8 o'clock says rain. 10 o'clock is cloudy. So we should be all set. Been playing too much Minecraft. It's a game I can never get myself into for some reason. Now this is looking like it's full, but this will hold, I think it says 4 million liters of manure. Yeah, so you can see it says 432,000 liters of manure. And you can see we're only way down here. So manure, just gonna let it pile on up. While that's selling, yep, pretty soon we'll be right back to field work. We're almost done getting all this, I don't want to say nonsense done, but it's what needs to be done. So yeah, we should be at 2 million even before I sell eggs and dairy products. Actually, if we look at the stock market page, if I look at the butter, which the butter is a pretty good price right now, I got $100,000 worth of butter. Cheese, we got $158,000 worth of cheese. In other words, if I come down here, I got $1.3 million worth of material that's sitting around. going to take the last of the methane. Okay, Terry, thanks for dropping on in. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Get back to Minecraft. You got more blocks to make, or whatever. Actually, I didn't need to sell this methane because I won't be doing anything more at that farm production. So this can go over here where the milk is. I will start filling it though. 104,000. JCB, let's grab the last of the silage that we have. I just realized I'm going to get myself another harvester. But that means I'm going to need another trailer as well. Do I want to be stingy and look at the used market? Oh, this is what I hope comes up for sale on my Penier series, the selectable bale capacity wrapper. Love to see that come up for sale. Trailers. Sure, why not? I'm not sure if my McCormick can handle that much, so maybe not. Just realized the 1050's on the other trailer. That's going to hold up to 46. Sure. I'll buy the combine in the morning. I suppose I could have bought just another large tractor for the trailer. Although I just realized I was trying to get up to $2 million, but I'm going to be buying a $700,000 combine, so that's going to make it probably not possible to do what I was planning on doing. But yeah, like I said, if I were to sell everything here, we should easily get up to that. Who knows? We still may get up to that. Never know. So yeah, the cows, how much food they got now? Just shy of 500,000 liters. And October would have been the month I would have cut the grass again. So we would have been fine. But I don't think the cows through winter, I would have enough inventory to feed them all throughout the winter. Because that's going like 6 months instead of 3 months in between cutting grass. That might be a little bit too much. Alright, might as well just fast forward until the rain stops. And there we go. Oh, get over there. There we go. All set. And there we go. Kind of. Alright, that is close enough. All of the fields should be ready for harvest. So, soybean, soybean. Is it just 2 soybean fields? This might be soybeans over here as well. It is. So yeah, all of our fields are all set for harvest. You know, I'll probably harvest this field here. Let's get ourselves another combine. And we'll just get a matching pair, I think. So the US has bigger tracks than the EU. And pipe design, I think we want 2 because it's longer. You know what? I don't need it the longer one because that's going to be the sunflower header on this one. So 752,000 for the combine. Yeah, don't think I can hitch up to that trailer with this combine. So this is going to be on sunflower harvest duty. And the other one will be on soybean harvest duty. 6 fields. But really with the header on the other combine and this worker doing the sunflowers in the meantime, I think it's going to be a pretty quick harvest. I mean, I think it'll take us an hour in real time to get done. Can't really back up to him when you can't see out the back window. Might be hitting the silo behind us. Made it work that time. Alright, you get to harvesting that. I think they're happy with it. Now it's got to find the other combine. And really like 3 passes of this soybean field and this one will be done. Alright, so yeah, technically 2 million, probably won't reach that now after just spending 800 grand on a trailer and a combine. This is usually our sugar beet field. But I try to simplify things for the last harvest. Going for crops that don't yield that well. But we should get paid pretty decently. Just gotta see where to sell this stuff. Wouldn't be too bad if the soybean could be sold at the harbor. And I might just sell the sunflowers at the farmer's market. Not our little farmer's kiosk, but the farmer's market, which is just down the road from the bridge. So now we're officially in the last month of our series here on Riverview. And for today's stream, we did reach our goal. Basically, we got a full cow barn. Okay, technically we were shy 1 cow last month, and I'm probably short 1 cow again, but we can purchase one just to say we got a full cow barn. But yeah, just shy of 1,200 cattle. Just making sure I can see the grain inside the tank. So I'm driving the combine. When that glitch happens, I'm never looking in the bottom right-hand corner to see how much is inside the combine. Most of the time anyways. Occasionally I'll glance at it to see how much more can fit in there. But usually I'm just driving the combine. I just keep looking at the grain tank itself to see how full it is. I've been caught off a couple times when the glitch happens where it doesn't show the grain, and then next thing you know I'm driving in crop because the harvester stopped harvesting. Don't think I'm going to be able to get this in one more pass after this. I'm going to have like a row of shame, it looks like. And in case you forgot, this field and the field to our left used to be all one field. I separated the fields because I didn't need too much sugar beet. You're using the Vermeer mower on Mod Hub. I used that somewhere in 22. Or it may have been the baler I was using. I think it was just on a contract or a one-off on the Vermeer. Yep, and as predicted, not quite wide enough. Well, I guess I wouldn't really call that a row of shame, but it's close. It's not narrow enough, I think, to be considered a row of shame. Alright, wait, how much full was that combine? That's only like half full. So I should be able to get this field harvested. Then I'll grab the McCormick. I'm going to go grab the other trailer. Actually, while this is filling up, let's grab the McCormick. And we'll go grab the other trailer. Ooh. Don't want to be looking out the side window right off the begin. Actually, that's filling up with sunflowers pretty quick. Half full, only one headland done so far. Alright, now we got it set up, ready to go for the other combine. We might as well unload it while we're here. Oh, actually, it's probably going around... Yeah, it's going around the field the wrong direction because the auger is facing the crop, so... that's got to be put on hold. Well, I guess heading back down the other side of the field is not that big of a deal because now I can cut across the other field and go out the new opening I put in to get to the other soybean field. Does feel a little bit like a row of shame when you look at the size of the header and the row I gotta harvest. I'm not going to sell the soybeans in the trailer until I get a full trailer. And again, I'm not going to even look at the best price of where to bring it, because it doesn't really matter at this point. So I'll just bring it to wherever the nearest sell point is, which is probably going to be the farmer's market when it comes down to it. Alright, let's get that soybean out of there. And we'll bring the combine to the next field. I'll probably get a worker started on that, because I got to bring the Fendt over. And I also got to unload the other combine, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be full here very soon. Can't really drive down the road with a header on it like that. We'll fill up the combine just because that ladder to get up into the cab sticks up a little bit too much. You know what? The window's dirty enough. We got a pressure washer right here. Let's give the combine just a quick rinse so I can see out the window a little bit better. Don't really need to make it spotless because, well, it's just going to get dirty again here very soon. There, that's a little bit better. So one field of the 6 done that we need to harvest this month. But the fields are not that big. Now the combine is 80% full. Around that corner might be questionable. Yeah, the header did rub on a tree or a bush back there. I mean, honestly, this side road could use a little bit of trimming up. Luckily, the branches aren't collidable on most of the trees. But this was my biggest worry about this map when it was voted on when we were leaving fresh stocks. When I saw these side roads with the hedges and everything, I was wondering how it would do with a big combine and a large header being hauled behind it, and really hasn't been an issue, even with my bad driving. Yeah, usually I don't come from that direction. Like, don't remember having to drive in my crop before to get the header on, but I don't usually come from that direction. Am I going to be able to... Might be a little tricky, but I think we can... Oh, yeah, we can do it. I mean, got to destroy a little bit more crop, but... Alright, and then this hire a worker, let them do what they do. You are near full. Hello, Delco, and like it says in the title, this is Riverview by Cavalier Roy. It is on the Giants Mod Hub. Just be aware, I am not playing on the updated version of Riverview because I'm on the original version for FS25 1.0. By the time the update came out for Riverview, I had about 80 hours on the map. And I was not going to start a new save game to go start from scratch from where we are in the series. My worker's running the auger pipe into a tree. Yeah, Riverview has been a modded map that Cavalier Roy has done going back to maybe I think FS17. I think he had it in 17, 19, 22. I don't think it goes back to 15. But it's a map that's been around for a while. It's a UK map. And I was just saying a little while ago, if you've never played on UK map with narrow roads, don't be too concerned. I've been going down... I just drove my John Deere 9X or X9 harvester with a 19 meter length long header behind it down this road that I'm taking, no problem whatsoever. So you can get around with big machinery, but like cultivators that fold up and the big plows and that kind of stuff, that could be a little bit of a problem. But this is our last day here. We're just wrapping up harvesting, and we just wanted to see if we could feed the 1,200 cows that the cow barn holds, and I can, but I definitely would need to buy, if I were to be here another year, I would need another grass field. Getting through winter could be kind of rough. Did my worker not do anything? I thought I hired a worker. I guess not, so... okay. Well, the other harvester is all set for a little bit with the sunflowers, so I can probably rip up this field pretty darn quick. Yeah, Riverbend, I think, at least for me personally, has become my favorite Giants map that they created. I don't like most maps that Giants come out with, honestly. But Riverbend and Goldcrest Valley are like the only two maps I've really enjoyed playing on that Giants have created. Bjornholm from 15. I did like Bjornholm. Am I hitting that tree over there? Must be. Bjornholm I didn't mind. But other than that, either the math were kind of like meh, like they're okay, or I just don't like them at all. But Riverbend and Goldcrest are my top ones. Westbridge Hills too, but then Westbridge Hills is more nostalgia because it's like one of the first maps I really got to play on. Actually, I was kind of hoping when I logged into it, or before I logged into the stream, checking the mod hub, I was kind of hoping for the Capello. I don't even know if someone's even making it, but I'm sure someone will. The Capello corn header / sunflower pack. Just so I can get the corn header that folds up that's bigger than 9 meter. Would have came in handy today since I'm doing 3 sunflower fields, but yeah, that job's gonna be done before we know it. Still waiting for Fox Farms. You know if that map is being brought to FS25? I got that glitch again. Can't see the grain inside the combine. I'm curious, is the other combine doing it? No, the other combine, we can see the grain in it. So, not being able to see the grain in the combine when that glitch happens, which Giants is aware of, and I thought they fixed it in the last patch. It seems to be a vehicle issue. Because if it was a complete overall issue, I would not see the grain in both combines, but the other combine, we can still see the grain in it. But again, if you ever run to the issue where you can't see the grain inside your combine, don't worry, it's there. You just can't see it. But if you want to see it, just save your game, exit to the main menu, reload the game, and it should have reset where you can see the grain in it. Don't reset your combine to the store, because that will eliminate the crop that you have in there. Well, just because, like you're saying, Fox Farms, it was on 19 and 22. Some map creators don't like bringing a map back over and over and over again. And Alien Jim is one of those where he will create a map and bring it out for one edition of Farming Simulator and then the next edition, but he won't do it for the third edition. That's why, like, Mercury Farms was a popular map that he created after he didn't bring that to 22 because he had it in 17 and 19. No Man's Land, probably, well, right now Alien Jim's not doing mods at all, but I wouldn't expect him to bring No Man's Land to it. He might bring Western Wilds to 25 because that was originally first brought out in 22. Our other combine is done. So what I'm going to do is we're going to unload this one. And while this is unloading, I'll unload the other combine in that trailer and get it started on another sunflower field. And again, you miss... I don't know why the worker will not harvest by the tree. Yep, that was worth it. Two fields down, 4 to go. But the fields are getting smaller, so not going to take me that much longer to get these done. This time I'll make sure I hire a worker. Make sure they don't get stuck anywhere before they get in the field. Alright, I think they're good to go. Alright, John, enjoy the rest of your Monday. And hope you have a good Tuesday. And we're just about done with the third of the 6 fields. Now, I really don't need to be harvesting these fields. This stream is just kind of to give us closure on the map. And plus, I didn't want to end it like in the middle, you know, because we planted all these crops last year. It's like, yeah, we got to at least harvest them. But we knew this was going to be the last season. But I really had nothing else to achieve here. Again, I just showed where I got like almost $1.5 million of material that I could be selling at the farm. But other than, if I, like I said, to stay here, I would just buy one more grass field. And we can maintain our farm as is. And we own way too many production buildings. And honestly, I have 4 dairy productions, and 4 dairy productions is not nearly enough for what our cows have done. I would probably need to double up on dairy productions, honestly. Or just get a modded dairy production that does so many cycles per month. And can hold a lot, because doing that many cycles, of course, means a lot of material. Alright, unfold the header. And this time when I get the combine up to the other field, our last field of soybeans, I'm going to make sure when I hire a worker I actually hit the button correctly, because that probably helps, and make sure the worker starts off. But we're going to sell those soybeans. Just trying to figure out where to bring them, actually. I mean, like I said, farmer's market, probably the best location to bring it to. The only thing is, when you're driving a combine like this up between these hedges, you do have to pay attention. You get sidetracked a little bit. Next thing you know, you're climbing a hedge or a stone wall as I'm passing. Alright, right-hand turn coming up. And what did I get stuck on? Did the header not quite make it around that hedge? I tried to swing as wide as I could, but it was not wide enough. Oh, there. Whoa. Okay, now the header's free. But now I'm stuck on that tree. There we go. Maybe. That's what you get trying to do, like the, you know, a 9X combine along with a 19 meter wide or length header at this point. So yeah, that hedge I could always just cut down with a chainsaw. Hello, Anita. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. Let's not get into the crop for a change. I think I can get the header on here. Don't know where you're going, worker, but you're not going to get around that rock cliff that way. Let me help you out, maybe. So I'm not sure I know where they were trying to start. Come on, just start there. Don't. Alright, I think they're all set. You are doing okay. And here... guess it doesn't matter which way I go. It's not that short either way I go. Either if I go to the right or left, it's almost the same distance. What was it, dairy on Penier? It's the same dairy as I got here. But you got to realize on Penier, I only had, well, I don't want to say only had, I had a lot of goats on Penier, but it wasn't 1,200 cows. So, but the dairy I had on Penier is the same 3 dairies I got up on the hill up here. That's right, I said 3. I got 3 of them on the hill. We got the dairy down at the harbor that comes with a map. So those are the 4 dairy productions I got, and they just don't keep up with the amount of milk that we're creating, or the cows are. So the soybeans, we're on our way to the farmer's market to sell these. I was making soybean oil and also soy milk with soybeans in the past, but it's our last day here, so we're just going to sell them. Now, I was shooting for getting up to $2 million, which we would have, but I bought another combine, the X9 John Deere combine, bought the second one and a trailer. So that was $800,000 for those 2 new pieces of equipment. So basically, if we get up to $1.25 million, that means we would have been at $2 million. And again, I got a lot of product I could sell that I could easily get up to $2 million in the bank account again if I wanted to. But there really is no need to be doing all that. You're trying to find the dairy production mod? Let me just get this kind of situated, and I'll have a look on the mod hub myself and see if I can find it. I mean, it should be under productions in that category. I should be able to give you the exact name of it, because when you put down mods, I think it shows the name of the mod in the store page. Let's see, what's the name of the mod? It should show me it. It should be just called Multi-Dairy Production. That's what it should be called. Let's see if I can find it here. Mods. Oh, that was easy. Just type that in and it popped right up for me. Let's see, I'll copy this. But if you're looking for the dairy production I use, modded ones on the mod hub, that's the link to it. Alright, let me get into you, and we'll unload the combine here. Then we'll go sell this crop. Oh, there's Sam. Whenever we lose Sam, you just got to realize he's probably wandering around the field with a crop in it. And no, he doesn't know how to get out of the way. Don't think you're going to fill up my trailer, but it'll be close enough. Feels kind of weird selling grain right out the harvester down to the store, only because when productions really came to the game in FS22, I would never really plant a crop unless I was going to put it into a production building or feed animals. I never really just put in a crop just to harvest it and sell it. Although I did plant mustard on Penye, which I'm going to be harvesting and selling directly. So the sunflower harvester, that should finish that field without needing to be emptied again. So I'm going to park it next to the other sunflower field. And yeah, I did see the notification that the soybean harvester is just about full. Park that there. Worker's done a nice enough job, but I think I'll take over from here. I mean, they got most of the field done. Yep, I'm going to hit that. Nope, I thought I was going to hit the fence, but I did not. Somehow. So this is the last soybean field we're going to harvest. And we got one more full sunflower field, but that's a really small field to do. Which I think we will probably do ourselves. I should be done with this field here in the meantime. I was wondering if hiring a worker and the workers started harvesting if it would fix the glitch, but nope. It looks like the weather's going to hold out for us. We'll get this harvest all done. Am I going to be able to get this in one pass? Ooh, maybe. Just maybe. No, there'll be another series after this. I don't know the map or what I'm going to be doing yet, but there will be another series. I just got to do a little bit more research on maps, and I got ideas of things I want to do, but just finding a map that fits some of my ideas. I'm just trying to come up with a really good idea for the next series. You're harvesting wheat and oats. Grain was going good. Then you talked about the glitch. Now I'm glitch as well. Well, it's kind of like if you say the name Beetlejuice 3 times, he appears. I think I probably said I'm glitched on the harvester. But at least we know that we're not alone with the glitching part of things. And I'm not sure why the glitch does happen. I never figure out the rhyme or reason why all of a sudden it appears. But as we saw, it's only happening on one of my harvesters right now, not both. And it's the exact same harvester. So something to do with the individual vehicle itself. Well, the other harvester is finishing that sunflower field, so just need to finish up this field. And then we'll jump into the other combine and we'll get the last sunflower field harvested. And then we may have to go buy one cow just to make sure that we got a full cow barn, because we are one shy. Well, we were one shy last time I checked. And as for the crop inside this combine in the trailer, it's going to stay right here. No need to go sell it, really. And as for will I revisit the map, I could revisit the map, but not on this save file, because I would probably like to see the map and the rework that Cavalier Roy did. And really, if I were to come back to this map, I would want to start fresh anyways. But, you know, honestly, I probably won't come back to it in 25, because I do have like 130 hours or whatever it is on here, and there's a lot of other maps too. Well, okay, well, now my sunflowers aren't showing up in this combine now either. I mean, we don't need to see the crop in the combines. It's all good. Hello, Psycho Kid. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. All right, our last field, our last job. So I ended up playing 8 years on this map. I think that's about the same amount of years I played on fresh stocks. Maybe it was 8 or 9, something like that. Riverbend, I think we were on Riverbend for 12 years. But we were just kind of really waiting for maps to come on out. Hello, Arctic, welcome. So again, yes, this is our last stream here on Riverview by Cavalier Roy. A great map. very well detailed. So if you're looking for a map that's not kind of bland, I would recommend this map. Got a good number of productions already on the map. It does have a nice starting farm. But when I started here, we did not start with a starting farm. We bought it afterwards. But I do like the layout of the starting farm. I think the only thing I sold from the starting farm when I bought the land was just one of the cow barns. Just because I did not want to take care of 2,400 cattle. My trailer is just over the hill here, so it looks like we don't have any sunflowers in there. But if you look at the bottom right-hand corner, I do got 13,000 liters currently in here. So again, because it's been a couple months since I looked at it, but now I have almost $1.4 million worth of material on the farm I could sell. Make a lot of cash. JRM Gaming, back for another month of being a channel member. Very much appreciated. Love the content. Well, I'm glad you enjoy watching it. Glad I can entertain. But very much appreciated. Very generous of you to be a channel member for another month. And as you probably already know, you get early access to videos. And yeah, if you are a channel member, there are 3 emotes, extra emotes you can use, but I don't think most of us use emotes in chat. But very generous of you and appreciate you being a channel member for another month. And just another reminder, I did release an episode of SnowRunner this morning before the stream. And tomorrow, yes, there will be an episode of Penye. And I almost said what I was going to do in that video, but I'll wait for you to see what happens. I'm kind of hoping that when I do start on the next map, of course it'll be before Precision Farming gets released. but from what I saw in 22, we're not going to need a new save file for precision farming, but that was in 22. They have changed a few things with precision farming. I keep saying change. I think they added things, not changed anything that was currently there. I think they added a few features. So fingers crossed we don't have to start a new save file when precision farming comes out on the 8th of May. I get this picture in real life that when a combine is harvesting sunflowers, I wonder how many birds they got flying around the field going after the sunflowers that have been knocked off and are sitting on the ground. Yeah, I did see Penier had an update out again today, although that update does not require a new save file. Is that the next DLC? Yeah, the next DLC should be Precision Farming on the 8th of May. And yes, I will be doing precision farming, probably on most of my maps. If you've never done precision farming before, because it may look complicated, it's not as complicated as it seems. And to me, personally, it actually makes farming easier. And also, the bonuses that come with it are nice. Not as many birds as you would think. There are always birds flying around, but the number are few that flock when harvesting. I mean, I guess corn would be another crop that they would be after quite a bit, and millet. No, on Penier, really haven't tried anything with the BGA, but I think at this point with the BGA on Penier, probably for the silage bales, I'm using the telehandler that I got to put them in now. Family did sunflowers, wheat, soybean, oats, corn, and a few others. I don't see many sunflower fields up where I am. I did see one farmer try it one year, but they never went back to it, so I don't know if the zone that we're in is just too harsh for sunflowers to be grown. But I would say like 95% of the crop I see grown up here are just corn and soybean. And the only reason why they do soybean, because soybean puts nitrogen back into the ground. And that's why you'll see with precision farming, soybean is a crop you never need to fertilize. Alright, and there we have it. Six fields in October have all been harvested, but it helps when you have two combines. And yeah, I'm not going to go sell these crops at all. Just leave it there. But let's zip up to the cow barn, because this is the last thing. Where are we here? So I wanted a full cow barn, but last we checked we were one shy. And yet we're still one shy, so we're going to go in here and just... Yeah, I'm going to get a full-grown one. There we go. Full cow barn, $11.98 out of $11.98. And we didn't run out of food, even though their feed trough looks like it's empty. They still got 215,000 liters of silage in here, which does sound like a lot, but with 1,200 cows, that's good for about a month. And yet the manure pile looks kind of large, which it is. It shows 500,000, but this will hold 4 million, but it already looks full. We've been bringing up to the BGAs up there, but being the last day, didn't see no reason to bring it on up. And I don't know how much milk I still got here. I don't know how much is in the tanker, but we got 71,000 liters of milk. And we got how much in here? Like 104,000 liters of milk inside the tanker. Currently, and not all of these cows are milk producing currently. And we do got like 30 or 40 beef cattle. But yeah, I think only half the cattle are producing milk. And we got 3 dairy productions up here that are the modded ones. And yeah, those, I haven't put milk in those in a while. They're still chugging through what I gave them months ago. I got the dairy production out the harbor. So we have 4 dairy productions going. And they just don't keep up at all. So, yep, there's 1 dairy, 2 dairy, 3 dairy. I probably could have doubled up on the dairy productions. And that still wouldn't have been enough. Still would not have been enough to keep up with the cows that we have. But yep, we did reach. Even though I just had to buy one here at the end. A full cow barn. So that was kind of the goal to end the series on. Are we done with this map? Yes. That's why it says our last day here. On the title. And yeah, that's why I keep saying we are done here. No need, because I mean I got $1 million and I actually spent $800,000 today on a new not a new one, but well, it was a new one, but we bought a second combine and another trailer. So and I still got like $1.4 million worth of product I could be selling just sitting on the farm. But yeah, I would need to buy another grass field if I were to stay here another year, which I am not. I think what I would do, my original plan was a while ago, before I bought field 12 and converted that to grass, I probably would just buy all these fields up here, knock down all the hedges, combine them together, and made this like one huge grass field, and maybe put like one of Omatana's fermenting silos over here to help produce more silage quicker. But that's all I would really do on this map. Originally, I was thinking after about 10 streams, I was thinking, oh, well, let's buy all these fields over here. But I mean, it was a lot of work doing the amount of fields I do have already. And that's why I don't like getting too many fields, because then you just get stuck in a harvesting for long periods of time. And as for people watching, they kind of like to see different jobs over time. Harvesting big fields, not that popular. I mean, like I said, we did one on fresh stocks, and that took, I think that was a 30-hectare size field, and that took like an hour and a half harvesting it with 2 combines. So, I mean, which wasn't bad, but for an hour and a half, we were just in one field harvesting sunflowers. But yeah, we are done here on Riverview. Where am I going next? Again, I don't know. I was hoping this past weekend to be looking at some maps. I've looked at some maps. I got a couple be like, yeah, I can go there, and I got ideas I could do, but I want to be able to look a little bit more into some more maps, and maybe a map will jump out. I'm like, okay, I got like a half dozen ideas I want to do. It's just a matter of finding the map for the correct idea, or the correct idea for the right map, however you want to look at it. So, don't know where we're going yet, and I don't know when it'll be starting, so I'm not too sure. But hopefully we can convert that map over to precision farming when that comes out in about 2 weeks, or just under 2 weeks, so we'll have to wait and see. But as for Riverview, yeah, we are done here. That's why I didn't bother fertilizing any fields or replant nothing. I just have no more goals to reach here. And yeah, today's stream was pretty much, or the last couple of streams were pretty much just to get ourselves closure on the map by just saying our last goal is to get a full cow barn, which we have now done. And now we know when it needs to feed. If you're wondering how much feed you need just to make either grass in the hay or silage to feed 1,200 cows, this field here produces 500,000 liters every 3 months of grass. This one here produces 305,000 liters of grass. This one produces 150,000 liters of grass. That's not enough to feed your cows. It may look like it through the summer, spring, summer, and fall, but you're not going to have enough storage to get through winter. So you're going to need another grass field. Maybe like a field of this size. If you combine 9 and 10 together, that would probably be enough grass harvesting that much to feed 1,200 cattle. Just to give you an idea of what 1,200 cattle do. But yeah, we're done here in Riverview. So yeah, I don't know what next map is going to be. Because I don't know yet. I'm not keeping anything from you. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see all together. But yeah, so we're going to wrap it up for today. Appreciate everyone that has been here for most of the streams on Riverview. Like I said, I've been on here. Oh, like, wait, I can go to stats page. I was going to say, where do I go to see that? If I go to stats page, 120 hours on this map. So that's what, how many hours we got on it, on Hard Economy, and it's been rather fun. And this is the map that you guys voted on, and yeah, I had a lot of fun on this map. I really like the farm layout of this map. I do recommend playing on it. And, yeah, so where we go from here, we'll have to wait and see. But if you're still here, again, thanks for watching the series here in Riverview. If you want to help me out a little bit more, hitting that thumbs up button does quite a bit. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you'd like to. Leave me a comment as to why, but no one does that. And yeah, if you're new here and you like what you saw, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. Again, another quick reminder, I released an episode of SnowRunner this morning. Episode of Penier out tomorrow. So, yeah, that's where we stand. But anyways, I'm going to jump out of here and take a little bit of break, and then I'm going to start looking at some more maps and see what we can get myself into. But anyways, again, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, have a good one.